Welcome, guys. My name is Jake Ramirez. I got Toni and John here. Um, I've been working with them in the financial services for about what? You guys have been in about 2 years now. So 2 years we've been working together, and just amazing people to be working alongside, and just love seeing them work. Helping other people and whatnot. But I just want to introduce you guys to them and just share their story and their journey and where they're at as well. So just a brief, couple minutes, a little bit about yourself, your little bit of your background, a work background, and then how you got to this point right now, basically.
Want to go first?
Go ahead. Okay, sure. I'm John. How are you? How is everybody doing? My wife Toni, and we've been married for 15 years now. Originally from New Jersey, relocated in 2018 to Arizona. Previously, I was an electrician for 15 years. Started off as an apprentice, worked my way up to a foreman. Running multi-million-dollar jobs, and just it was good for what it was for, right? It got us to where we wanted to be as a family, but always wanted something more, And in 2020, 21, at the end of 2020, we got introduced to financial services, and I saw the huge need in teaching financial education to families. And, my wife started first, went and got her license, and then I soon followed 4 or 5 months later. But, the need is so important, and we feel like, myself, I feel like if we can teach the parents of the individuals, because they're not offering what we teach in schools, then it'll trickle down to the kids, and they'll have a head start on life. So that's why I got into this business. I really got into this business to build something for my family, right? Because we're building a business, and soon after when we're building everything, we can then pass it down to our kids and change their financial future. So my why is my family, right? My wife and my 2 kids, So Toni, you want to talk?
Yeah, so hold a little mic here.
Thanks,
You
Jake.
got it. Pass it along.
So obviously you know some of our story. Like my husband said, we moved out to Arizona in 2018, but I was a single mom early in life, which forced me into the work field pretty early, working full time, taking care of my daughter. So I was in the medical field for about 10 years. And then met my husband and had my son. And I always say my kids had 2 different moms. A working mom, all my daughter saw was me work, babysitter, after school care. And then I was a stay-at-home mom with my son. But my son got to an age where it was time for me to start doing something. I couldn't just stay home all the time. So I looked into some options, did real estate, thinking that it would be a schedule that I could, do as I want, still be around for my kids, but it turned out that it was just very demanding, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So tried to do some notary work. I was just looking for something that I did not have to work a 9 to 5 and have a boss, but I still wanted to make money and still make a difference. So lo and behold, my son's football coach kind of introduced this to us in 2 years, so 2021, the end of 2021. About August, September, I got licensed. No experience. Didn't even think it was something I wanted to do, to be honest. Right. It was just something that, hey, I could probably make some money, make my own schedule. I don't have to leave my house. Everything was Zoom at that time. And just following the system that we had in place and having the mentorship and the leadership and the teamwork, it just took off super quick. 6 months later, my husband was able to retire from his job. And now 2 years in, we've been living this entrepreneurial life that I'll never, ever go back to a 9 to 5. Yeah. It's been a hard lessons learned, right? But we just keep learning, keep pushing, keep having the right people around us. Yeah. And it's just been working out great. I'm looking forward to what's coming.
Absolutely. So, you guys already, for my next question, you guys already answered a lot of that. But with entrepreneurship, you guys got to that point where you wanted to leave the 9 to 5. You wanted to leave that kind of grind and get into something where you could start your own schedule and build something for your family. But what that was to get you started. What keeps you going in the entrepreneurship? What are you like? What makes you every day? Why you wake up to do what you do with not just the financial services, but everything else that we're doing.
Well, I can say for me, I 100% want to change. Like, I want to change my family's trajectory, not just when it comes to the wealth, yes, but like, I'm tired of this. Everyone thinking we have to grind, we have to go to school, we have to go to college, we have to work a 9 to 5. Like, it's not what it has to be. There's other, obviously there's so many other options out there. This whole getting into debt just to get a degree for nothing, it's not what it has to be. Right. So that's what keeps me pushing to prove to my kids, to prove to my family, to prove to anyone around us that, hey, it can be done, and we will do it.
Yeah, absolutely. John, you want to add something?
Yeah. So what keeps me going is, I mean, I kind of said it right already. My why, which are my kids and my family, right? This is how we feed our family, and but the bigger picture is, changing the way people view their finances and how they plan for their future and retirement, right? And making sure that they're properly protected, right? I was fortunate enough that my father had enough brain power to protect himself when he had kids and a family, right? And he got life insurance and made sure that he was protected there because, when he turned 49 years old, he winded up passing away due to cancer, and if it wasn't for him having that sense of protecting himself, me, my mother, and my sister, who knows where we'd be right now, my mother still lives in the same house, and I know the impact that it had on my life, so I just want to make sure that nobody feels the opposite way that it did for me, and it's just it drives me, it hurts my heart when I see a GoFundMe page on Facebook, because there's so many of us out there trying to do, making sure that everybody has the correct information and stuff like that. So
Absolutely. So one last question. For somebody, if you wanted to give advice to somebody that's about to start or thinking about starting entrepreneurship, getting into either financial service or whatever it is, getting away from the 9 to 5, what would you guys say to that person?
For me, I would say it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be easy, but you have to just know that there's going to be ups and downs. Every time you think you have it figured out, something else is going to come along, and just be mentally prepared for that. If you have work ethic and you know that there's some drive behind whatever it is you're doing, that's only part of it. Working on your mindset, being surrounded by the right people to push you, because you're going to have people, as soon as you go down, they're going to be, I told you so. And it takes a second to get you back to where you were prior to all of the work that you did on yourself, mindset wise. So it's really important, just self-development, stick around the right people, know there's going to be hard times, but just remember why you're doing it and just keep pushing forward.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, the one thing that sticks out to me, like my wife Toni said, self-development is huge, because you need to be in entrepreneurship. You need to be the toughest boss that you have ever had on yourself, and having the right mindset. And you cannot listen to the noise. You can't listen to the noise that's going on around you that you're going to hear from your loved ones, your friends, your family. You just can't. You have to. Me and my wife, we started part-time with it, and then at about 6 months in, we pulled the trigger and we jumped and we went all in. And it's been a roller coaster ride. It's been fun, but I wouldn't change it. I would not say that I should have never jumped and go all in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't quit, because that second that you think about quitting, that victory is right behind. So just keep pushing and have faith.
Absolutely. Yep. No, that was perfect. Perfect. Thank you guys for taking the time, answering just a couple questions, and we'll definitely get back to you guys and do more of these and talk about more stuff that we're doing and on entrepreneurship. And I know financial services isn't the only thing that we do, so we'll definitely be talking about more of that. So thank you guys for taking the time. So
Thanks for
appreciate
having us,
it.
Jake.
Thank you.